Now, some people might suggest that the former royal known as Prince Harry is quite literally having the fight, the battle of his life. You see, when you think about it, the message that he's always put out there, the rhetoric, if you like, is always about protecting his family, his children, and of course his lifestyle. He often said, did he not openly, that he didn't necessarily feel that he fitted in with the British monarchy. But of course, like a lot of people who've enjoyed, a privileged life of wealth and literally accessibility to everything that you want, it's very difficult to give up. So some might suggest that this particular drama could in fact be marriage breaking, quite literally, if Prince Harry doesn't fail to deliver on this particular topic. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you today. And as ever, thank you so much for joining me. I love these Georgian streets, don't you? These white staccato houses. They're very much like the upstairs downstairs building, aren't they? You remember that? You do. Mr. Hudson, Mrs. Bridges, Ruby the parlourmaid, 165 Eaton Place. Well, this isn't Eaton Place, but it's very near it, and it's not dissimilar to it, shall we say. Love this area, though, for that reason. Back as ever to your breaking roll story of the day. I know you're thinking, Neil, you're waffling, aren't you? But I look behind me, I think, well, this is quite a nice view. Wonder who lived there 100 years ago. Well, have a wave. You all right? Thank you so much for joining me as ever. Listen, this is really interesting because this really is the fight, some people might suggest, of Prince Harry's life and indeed his marriage. As we all know, there's an ongoing battle, quite literally unfolding for his own personal security. But it's not just about his own personal security. As he said, he was forced out of the British monarchy. And that's not exactly how our late and wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, placed it, of course. But Harry, a bit of an alien to the truth, decided, that this was now the new rhetoric. And this is the bigger problem, you see, because the lies are simply unfolding. People are now questioning, as they had already, the sort of storyboard that he put forward for his best-selling book, Spare. Just how true is that, When you consider the stories, people are like, what, really? That happened? And then, of course, the infamous lady who was years older turned out to be just literally 2 years older. So you can see how he stretches the truth. But this is the bigger problem, you see, because according to a very well-placed source, and as ever, we have to say allegedly, if Harry fails on this, this will literally be the word catastrophic for him and Meghan Markle. She does not plan to return to the United Kingdom with her children unless they're guaranteed the security that he's outlined and measured. Now, that is a very clear message, let me tell you. Now, the bottom line to that is, as we know, allegedly Prince Harry said to his father, King Charles, that when he was removed from Frogmore Cottage, don't you want to see your grandchildren? Quite literally, the outcome of this particular ongoing battle will mean that if, of course, it doesn't go in his favour, then naturally, you could kiss goodbye to seeing the grandchildren. The only bonus, some people might say, is that Meghan may never return back inside the United Kingdom. Don't see many tears being shed there, and I'm being honest, totally disliked over here right now for all the right reasons. The bigger problem, of course, for His Majesty the King, as I've said to you before, is the ongoing battle about the British taxpayer. No one wants to take this particular cost on. Why should they? Cosseted people, simply because, of course, they've decided that they want to come back. Wouldn't it be nice if we could all afford such security at the British taxpayers' expense? Sadly, in this city riddled with crime, all thanks to our London mayor, we can't afford that. Right now, literally, for Harry, the marriage is critical, literally critical, because Meghan has definitely outlined her thoughts moving forward. The big issue now is, can Harry literally pull it off? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.